When I first started this Minecraft hardcore world, I spawned in with one goal: get better. Being someone who isn't good at the game forces me to survive by any means necessary. So when I went mining for diamonds to get armor the first time and failed, I lied. To myself, to you guys, because I didn't get better, I gave up. That changes today. With the new 1.20 Trails and Tales update rapidly approaching, I want to have full netherite armor before it becomes more difficult with the addition of upgrade smithing templates. So today, I'm not only proving I can get better, but I'm also running against a clock so this whole process isn't significantly more complicated. Also, if you want to like or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It's free, super quick, it shows me that you guys want this series to continue, and you can always change your mind. Just to get started, I am going to begin by trading with some of my villagers. I have my farmers set up and I just need to put down the fletching tables to make my fletchers, and then I can actually start working and trading with them so I can get emeralds really fast. I think that the most sustainable way of getting a bunch of emeralds is through fletchers, although I will be using my farmers. And if you have any faster ways of getting emeralds or having some sort of trading center, please give me ideas because that would be super helpful. I got the tables to make them actual fletchers so I can immediately start trading sticks with them because that's a super easy, surefire way of getting this done. I just don't want these guys escaping because that would totally suck. I then started clearing out the field above my trading hall so I could start making trades with my farmers. And then I went back through and replanted everything. So I got a bunch of crops now, and I'm just going to check to see all my fletchers because for some reason it's been taking my villagers a little while to actually pick up the jobs, and all of these seem to have, although he is not trading for sticks, so I'm going to have to cycle through until he gets to do that. Oh, okay, perfect. I have one villager that I sort of maybe have trapped upstairs that I think I'm going to turn into cartographer because I think I have like the villagers I want to be trading for emeralds downstairs, and then I have the villagers that I want to be trading emeralds with upstairs, which I didn't realize I did, but I guess that helps organize things. These are kind of really expensive for me right now just because I do not have a bunch of emeralds, but I know that I need to level up my armor because I am not going to go mining for diamond armor again. That did not go well last time. I then worked on upgrading a few of my farming villagers so that I could get more emeralds. I think the best course of action, just because I am right next to a giant dark oak forest, is to cut down a bunch of these trees and then convert them into sticks so I can make a bunch of trades really fast. I'm going to organize my inventory just a little bit. I think I want about 9 stacks of this just so I can make a bunch of trades. After one too many axes and a bit of deforestation, I am about 8.5 stacks of dark oak logs in, which I think honestly is a lot, and I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna have enough inventory space for how many sticks I'm gonna make from all of this, so I'm definitely gonna have to cycle through quite a bit, and afterwards, I don't know how many emeralds I'm gonna make, but I'm excited to see. I then began doing a process of converting everything into logs, sticks, and then trading. Again, logs, sticks, and trading until eventually my fletchers stopped trading for sticks with me, so I had to stop for the night. Just to kill time while my fletchers are resetting, I think I'm going to try to cycle through this librarian to get a good book so that I can enchant my armor well. Ooh, mending. I think I'm going to spend my money on this armor so that I can level up fast, but I definitely want that book. Ooh, actually he's trading iron for emeralds, which is super helpful that I have an iron farm, so that'll get him leveled up pretty fast. And I'm going to lock in this mending book, which is super expensive, but in the future I'm planning on zombifying and then curing all of my villagers so that the trades are better. I didn't realize it, but I have quite a few levels, so I'm going to try to get... Ooh, that's actually a really good bow. I wanted to have one that actually is powerful so that I can protect myself from a distance, because hand-to-hand combat's not necessarily my thing. It's been the half day that it takes to reset, so I can start trading again for my fletchers and make a bunch of emeralds really fast. And again, I was just cycling through logs, sticks, and trading. I think I definitely need to get a few mending books just to stock up, but at the moment I have enough to buy my first piece of diamond armor, so I'm going to do that. Honestly, this is so nice and relieving. I've worked really hard for this, and so to have some payoff is really, really nice. I then went out and collected a bunch of other resources that could be turned into emeralds, and then I went through and traded for all of the rest of my diamond armor. Okay, now that I have all of the diamond armor, I think I'm going to need to start collecting up resources for the creeper farm I'm planning on making, because it gives me gunpowder and I am going to use a bunch of TNT in the nether to get netherite scraps. One of the main things I'll need is a building block, and I think that I'm going to use wood for a lot of it, but for the base of my build, I'm going to need quite a bit of stone, so I'm going to go through and collect up quite a bit of that. And now, of course, to collect up a bunch of the wood so that I can actually make the farm itself. So far, with how much I've done in terms of collecting, this is what I have so far, which is probably about more than half of what I'll need in the future. And so I'm just going to get a few of the last things, and then I'm going to go to where I think that I can actually build this. I then put together the last few resources that I was going to need for this farm so that I could stay organized and have all the things I needed, and then went on a little trip to get some sea kelp so that I could actually make a bubble elevator and make an AFK point. The original enchants on a lot of my armor isn't the best, so when I get to 30 levels, I think I'm going to go through and try and re-enchant some of it, just because it's going to be way easier to do it now rather than later. And so right now I have 30 levels and I'm going to try to redo my boots. Okay, I don't like the fire protection. Because of how many resources I'm bringing, I'm going to need 2 trips, but just to do the first trip, I think that I have what I need. I then said goodbye to my cat and left my base, venturing far and wide to find a good place to build this creeper farm. I eventually found a village in the distance right next to an ocean, which I could use to make my farm so that the spawn rates would be higher. I may or may not be stealing this villager's house, but it's okay, because they don't have thoughts, or feelings, or hopes or dreams, and this is all just a game, so I'm just gonna set up a little base really fast. The last thing I'm gonna need for this creeper farm is a bunch of cats, and so I tamed these 2 from the village, and I'm going to use them to populate this land with a bunch of tiny little baby kittens. I'm gonna head back for the rest of the resources that I'm going to need for this build, and then I can actually get started on making it. I grabbed some leaves, and I think that I'm going to build out with them because no mobs can spawn on them, and then make a small little platform for where I want to build this in the middle of the ocean. I think that this is far enough out that the spawn rates aren't going to be an issue. That island might kind of get in the way, but it's okay. I can light it up with some torches, and for now I'm going to go to bed and then I can get started in the morning. I'm going to make a little bit of a platform, and I must warn you that there are going to be quite a few mistakes in building this, as I am sort of building it backwards. And then, of course, this is the point in time where I forgot to resume the recording after leaving my laptop for a little bit so that I could actually get some stuff done. And so the next few clips are going to be me, because I'm an idiot, doing this in first-person point of view. I first finished up the tunnels in which the creepers would come down, and then began working on the platforms in which they would spawn and then I could later build off of. I continued to breed my cats so that I could have enough for the farms, and then began expanding the walls and building up so that there was a platform for the creepers to spawn under because of the light levels. I then trapped both of my cats on either side so that the creepers would be scared away, and made it so that no spiders could spawn because that can sometimes mess up the platform, and then of course repeated the entire hour-and-a-half long process to the other side. I think that I'm going to make the bubble elevator out of glass panes because I just realized that they could hold water, and so I can actually cheap out on this and I don't have to use a bunch of glass blocks. It took way too long and a trip back to my base and then back to the nether so that I could get this soul sand for it, but I think that the bubble elevator is done, and then I can come up here and AFK and it'll be pretty good. I made the platform look a little bit better and then gave myself a roof, and I think that I'm done. I AFK'd for about 10 minutes and then realized I'm definitely going to need to light up this island, as it's some of the only visible land that I have rendered in while I AFK, so that my spawn rates can be a little bit higher, because I know that that can help. And so any place that is visible needs to be lit up so that only creepers can spawn. I am so glad that I trapped my cat up here. Not only do I have a companion, but it's also currently keeping away a bunch of phantoms that I think that if I didn't have the cat for, probably would have killed me, as I was not paying attention to my screen whatsoever. I'm back at my base, and I don't think that my farm is working fast enough, so I'm going to make it 1 story higher so that more creepers can spawn, which means I think I'm going to spend an entire Minecraft day just breaking down trees, so I have enough blocks to do this. Oh, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it did. And so, of course, as you can imagine, I just repeated placing a bunch of blocks down again and again and again until it was done for the second time. Because I didn't breed my cats enough, I currently don't have enough cats for the farm to be finished, and so I'm just going to mine up some sand really quick so that I can have enough for when I have enough gunpowder, so I can make the TNT really fast and then do the Nether. I think that that's enough sand. I don't want my inventory to be too cluttered. Okay, I waited for about 30 minutes, and I think that at this point in time, I probably have enough cats, and they're grown up enough now that I can make the last few, and then the farm will be done. 1 cat, 2 cat, 3 cat, 4 cat. And now I think I'm going to AFK for about an hour, or until I have enough gunpowder to make about 2 stacks of TNT. It was only about 45 minutes because I got impatient, but I think at the moment I have enough gunpowder to make the amount of TNT that I want, and the farm is working pretty well. So thankfully I added another roof onto it, and now it's working at a way faster pace, which is super duper helpful, and I will have enough to make a bunch of TNT to go to the Nether. I crafted all of my gunpowder into TNT and then began my journey home. Even though I spent an entire episode setting up another hub, the Nether still completely freaks me out, so I'm going to make sure that I have all the resources I'm going to need for this, and I'm going to set up so that when I go on the trip, it'll actually be safe. First, I'm going to cook some food because I ended up eating the apples that I traded with my villagers for, which was really sad and did not really help me with the hunger part. There's all the food I need. I put on my gold boots so that no piglins can attack me, and honestly, I think that I'm ready. I have all of the TNT that I'm gonna need, and I don't think that I'm missing anything. Okay, I'm at my Nether hub, and long story short, I would just like to make an announcement that the portal did not connect, and I do not know how to connect the portal. So I think that it doesn't actually work, and I kind of made the Nether hub. The Nether hub's safe, but the portal's not going to connect to it, so I found this little safe area / ravine inside of a warped forest, which I think I'm going to use to actually start digging down to where I'm going to start mining for the ancient debris. We got down to the right Y level, and I'm going to show my chunk borders just because if we dig on the chunk border, I think that it increases the amount of ancient debris that's supposed to be there. That's what I've heard, and that's a tip that I'm going to follow, so I'm hoping that it's true. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I got the pickaxe, and I am back so that I can actually mine the ancient debris when I find it, instead of just coming down here without it, like somebody who is lacking of intelligence would do. Not that I ever would, but I'm going to dig this way until something stops me. Oh. And this is why I'm mining a few blocks back, because I don't have fire res. Okay, I currently don't have fire as potions, and I don't think that I can get past this lava, so maybe I'm just gonna make a different hole and fill this one with TNT and then have a second one with TNT. So I began to mine in a different place so that I could have 2 different holes for strip mining when I found my first piece of ancient debris. Okay, wait. Okay, I think it's only a 1 vein, but honestly, I am not complaining at all. That is so nice. Oh my gosh, it feels like all of my hard work is finally paying off, and it's so nice to actually feel like I did something. I then continued working on my strip mine, filling it up with TNT, and then eventually going back and going to light the first piece. I'm gonna hide behind this cobblestone wall because I do not want to get blown up with the rest of the nether rack, so... Oh, that is a lot of lava. Oh, I definitely should have brought fire pots. Ooh, I see my second piece of ancient debris right there. That is my second piece of ancient debris out of 16, and because this is going to take quite a while with all of my mining and such, I'm going to speed it up. I went to the end and back and got all the ancient debris. There ended up being 12 in that hole alone, and I think I'm going to go to the second area and mine it up. See, there's a piece like right here, which is super fortunate, and I think that there's 2 right there, which means that I'm done and I have all 16 pieces. And that is all of the pieces of ancient debris that I'm going to need. And I'm just going to check the end of this hallway and finish off the TNT to see if there's any more down here. There was not any more down there. I'm back home. I have all 16 ancient debris that I'm going to need, so I have to smelt it down really fast. And then I just have to make it into netherite scraps and put it on my armor, and I will be done. There's 3, 6, 8, and 9, and with these last few pieces smelting down, I am super close to having full netherite armor in hardcore, which kind of sounds crazy to me just personally because I have never made it this far. Because of how much gold I have saved up in stocks, I have enough for it like super easily, and there is 4 netherite ingots which I'm going to use in my trading hall on my smithing table to make all of my armor netherite, and then I'll be done. It's honestly crazy how in like 4 episodes I went from getting super scared on a mining trip to now having full netherite armor. And honestly, I'm just like really happy that I was able to push myself this far. It's honestly crazy that I'm able to do this right now. Oh my goodness. You guys genuinely don't know how much like this is making me super happy because I feel like I've genuinely pushed myself during this episode and I'm really proud of how far I've come. So to be able to put on all 4 pieces of netherite is not only really heartwarming to me, but it also makes me feel super accomplished and makes me feel like all of the hard work that I've done is actually been worth it. So thanks for watching as always. It absolutely means the world, and I'll see you next time.